Myself, Shubham Chopra. I am here to share my dreamy story of founding the healing power of arts through innovation. So please be patient. Please do concentrate. This story belongs to the every dreamer out there. You may find your own story within mine. So this story started in 2020 when I was in my quarantine in my 10 by 10 feet size room. And it all started when I picked the pen and found the magic of flow in arts. I got hooked to the meditative process and I got hooked to the joy of creation. That process and that joy have gradually grown during my study in architecture. In 2022, I graduated initially like everyone. I followed the existing path and got a stable job as an architect. But the same joy and the same relief was missing in the architectural layouts. And in mid 2023, I decided to step out of my comfort zone and embarked a pathless journey to know myself, to know about my expression, to know about my art, and what is the real calling of my art. And then for the first year, I just sat down and created art, art, a lot of intuitive thoughts, a lot of random expressions. In 2024, I found it 10 by 10 feet. I aim to reach out to the public through a product in hand. And for initially, I chose merchandise because I don't want to sell my art. I believe it will be sold in auction houses one day. I believe in the amount of value this art holds. I started taking my merchandise to the events. I started talking to people about my art. I started selling stuff. So, but I felt the connection was still was missing between the art and the people. So then in early 2025, an idea came to my mind, an innovative approach to the art. I dreamt to create an immersive experience, but as in every other small startup, lack of resources became my obstacle. It demands heavy technology, but I had only one thing, a heavy determination. Fire inside me didn't let me lose my hope. I built a light and shadow based immersive installation instead, which was pocket friendly and the impact was near to similar. And then now the installation was ready, but I didn't have a venue to showcase it. A lot of calls were made, but no one was interested. But I believe I am guided by the universe. It gives you back when you put your pure intention in your work. And finally, universe shows its power. It connected to me an extremely positive lady, Jasleen, at a random event. I shared my idea of installation with her. She liked that a lot and said, "Why don't you exhibit this in our exhibition?" I was amused. I was shocked. I was happy. And she said, "We are having an art exhibition in our architecture studio this weekend. Why don't you exhibit over there?" I immediately said yes to her. I went to my studio and prepared for the showcase. I picked my stuff on the weekend and installed my experience over there. I was expecting people to take it normally, but the reactions were a lot different. Each and every person was amused. These were the people who were experienced my installation. People caught it that as a new, calming, relaxing experience. I got the reaction which I have been waiting for since day one. I witnessed the real connection of art and the human. That is the healing power of arts. That was my breakthrough moment in this journey. It exposed me to my real calling, and I was hooked with the feedback as more than 60% quoted this as a therapeutic experience. That's how I got exposed to the arts and health. And then that unlocked a new vision for me, that ignited a new fire inside me. I was amazed by the healing power of arts. I started working on that. I started finding the right audience for the healing arts. I did exhibitions in school, wellness studios, events, DJ gigs. I did workshops in the universities, studios, online and offline. But I felt these are not the right audience to start with. I remembered all I was talking to them about the uncertain moments in our lives, which art helps us to manage. And then I thought, maybe we are finding health in arts. We should start finding arts in health. Then it leads me to go and check major healthcare centers in the city, observe their environments. I observed their art involvement. I observed their people. They were tense. They were silent. They were panicked. And I felt, yes, these were the uncertain moment that I was talking about. And from then onwards, I have made healing arts a mission in my life and transformed 10 by 10 feet into an arts and health lab which aims to enhance healthcare spaces through healing arts. And here is a quick showcase of my visual language, which I have evolved over the years. In 2020, it started with an intuitive thoughts, and then it leads to 2023 when it have evolved fully into a visual language. And that visual language in 2025 has found its core, its healing part of it, and I have moved towards the healing part of my art that gives the healing to the people. And this was the installation that I was talking about, which was a landmark installation in my journey. It has the fractals for the mental peace, it has fluidic shadows for the immersion, it has tactile experience for the senses. So I will play this. Yeah. So, in the end of the story, I want to conclude this journey with the poem that I have written. Art is not there to feed us. Art is not there to pay us. Art is not there to shed us. Art is there to make us more human. Art is there to so we can breathe through emotions. Art is there to help us deal with the uncertain moments in our lives. So, thank you.
Thank you.